If making heating futuristic is your thing, then DREO is the company to check out. So let's see if their new 714S is one of the new top 5 gadgets. Smart, stylish, full room heating isn't the sexiest thing, I know, but when a company comes along making something as cool as DREO has, I do have to give them a worthy mention in top 5 gadgets, and the 714S is firmly in that conversation, here to knock Dyson off their perch with its R2-D2 vibes. Getting to the unboxing and building these larger household gadgets always fills me with a little dread, I've got to be honest. How many screws will there be? How big is the instruction manual? Will I break it? But thankfully, none of that is true here. The 714S comes fully assembled, so not even I can break it by ignoring the instruction manuals. Yeah, shocking, I know. Alongside the fan itself, you're given a quick start guide, the remote control, and even some batteries for the thing. That's literally it. This is the first chance we get to see and feel the build quality of the 714S, and as I've come to expect from all of DREO's products, it's second to none. Premium feeling all around, with a full variety of different materials all machined together to give a real feeling of luxury. It's also the first time I get to see their heat resistant material that sits on the front of the fan, and it's one of the big features for the 714S. This front element doesn't even get hot when at full heat. Technically, you can touch it whilst it's on and not get burnt. I'm still not brave enough to try it myself, or maybe silly enough to try it myself, I'm not sure, but I'll take their word for it, and it does seem to work when I tentatively give it a little brush when it's on. Okay, so enough of the waffle. What's the 714S actually all about, and how is an oscillating whole room heater going to make it into the top 5 gadgets? First has to be that 3D movement that it does. It's like some kind of R2-D2 styled heater. It's kind of wild. On its firm base, it self-rotates through 90 degrees left and right, and it does it in a really cool, kind of almost invisible way. I know it sounds stupid, but I do just kind of love watching it. And if you want, it can simultaneously rotate vertically through 60 degrees of movement, meaning that the fan or heater can push air in an almost random way, helping to give that whole room effect that DREO promise. Next, you can choose between it being a fan for those hot summer months or a full room heater with 3 modes of heating, and it gets hot seriously quick and seriously hot. I mean 2,000 watts of heat. DREO say that the PTC heating element is 143% larger than their previous models, and it shows with that heat being almost instant. In fact, it only takes 2 seconds for the heating element to take effect. My favourite thing about all of DREO's products, beyond their aesthetics, is just how quiet their brushless DC motors run. This has a quiet running mode of just 34 decibels. That's like whisper quiet. It's honestly kind of baffling how quiet this thing runs when it's in its quiet mode. Safety is obviously a huge thing when it comes to any heater, and DREO have really upped the game here too. Firstly, as I've already talked about, they've implemented heat resistant materials on the front elements to ensure that it's not going to burn you even when it's on. They've also put in a new safety plug feature to help protect from electrical overheating. The really smart bit comes from their tip over shut off system. When the fan detects that it has been tipped at more than 45 degrees from a flat surface, it will automatically shut off to prevent any kind of potential fires from this thing being knocked off the perch that it's on. That is an incredible feature to see in what is essentially just a small household fan. DREO have undoubtedly made what is probably the safest fan heater you could ever hope for, and the cool tech doesn't stop here. The final cool bit is the smart technology that DREO have put into this fan. You of course have the built-in controls or the remote control if you wish, but if you really want to take this to the next kind of gadgety, nerdy level, you can fully automate and control this with the DREO app, which is available for iOS and Android. It also incorporates connectivity to Alexa and Hey Google voice controls, so you can fully implement the 714S as part of your new smart home setup. And that is really cool. So getting to use the 714S is pretty epic. This is way more than just a fan heater. This is a smart piece of home tech that works incredibly well, beats out its competitors, looks incredible, and far outstrips its really modest price point. But is the 714S one of your top 5 gadgets? Let me know down in the comments down below. And whilst you're down there, please do like this video, subscribe for more top 5 gadgets, and I'll see you in the next one.